Kill 'em. Hello, kill 'em. Anyway, welcome to the Catch-Up Completionist. I am your host, Spire, and my main is being a little bit presumptuous and sitting on Galadriel's swan ship, as you do, on the Hythe, as you do. So, I was looking to figure out what am I going to do tonight. I have a couple of choices. As you told me, Killam, you cannot complete the Battle of Lorien in one fell swoop. And honestly, doing that 15 times, or 14 more times, in one sitting is mind-numbing. So I'm not going to put you through that. I will do the rest of those off-stream. And so my choices were, basically I could go to Southern Mirkwood and start working on these bad boys. And also, not those. Yeah, these. Working on the Tower of Dol Guldur stuff. Which I thought, honestly, I want to kill the last of the fell spirits in Seventh Goal, because, hello. Or my other alternative is to go back to do the Shadows of Angmar instances. We might do a little bit of both tonight. Or all three of them, because there's actually 3 things there. And one of the reasons I didn't want to do Siege of Mirkwood, that is my least favorite expansion of all. I mean, there had to be one. One expansion had to be my least favorite. And Siege of Mirkwood is definitely, because I freaking hated the Mazog story. It was just, I mean, I get that there's tragedy in the Lord of the Rings story overall. Hello, Gundabad, you killed off some of my favorite NPCs. But those deaths were earned, and they mattered, and they felt really cool. In a tragic sort of way. I felt the tragedy. The Mazog story was just people being stupid. I dislike deaths because people are stupid. So that's a thing. What's going on in Discord? Oh, hi. Neat. Because I was complaining about the fact that Vanity Fair has all their Rings of Power articles behind a paywall. I fucking hate that. But anyway. And I understand, I am also a champion of creatives getting paid for their work. On the other hand, I really despise exclusive articles being hidden behind a paywall. Especially when there's scholars involved. Anyway, last night, by the way, I moderated a Twitch chat on the Signamu channel that was simulcast by the OneRing.net, who was doing a special Amazon allowed Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power trailer watch party. We got to see it as soon as it dropped. Actually, I watched it as soon as it dropped on Amazon's side, because the folks running the broadcast were a little bit tardy in getting it on their side. And there were a bunch of amazing people guesting on the stream in a special Zoom call, including our very own Professor Corey, which is why we were simulcasting it on the Signamu channel last night. So we had a lot of fun with that. Corey eventually did show up because he had to watch the game. His missus insisted that he spend time with his family at his brother's house, and then we had to wait for him to get home. So, but we had a good time. Hey, Zorevnan. Zorevnon or Zorevnan? Please advise me of the correct pronunciation of your name, because I do not wish to be disrespectful. Alright, So question, you know what? We got dice here, and I did not do random game night on Saturday, so we'll do some Zoravan. Oh, Zoravan. Gotcha. Well, is the emphasis on the first syllable or the middle syllable? Because now I'm curious. Anyway, we've got dice here. And I'm going to roll a d6, which I actually really dislike rolling d6 just for reasons. Okay, so if I roll 1 or 2, we're going to go do Shadows of Angmar instances first. If I roll 3 or 4, we're just going to go to Siege of Mirkwood and do the landscape deeds first. If I roll 5 or 6, we're going into the Dol Guldur instance stuff. Zoravan. Gotcha. Alright, so let's do the roll. I rolled a 4. What did I say was 4? Oh, 4 was the regular Siege of Mirkwood stuff. Hi, Thief Kitty. Alright, we're going, since I already planned on it, we're going to the Siege of Mirkwood stuff. And then we'll do some of the other stuff. Did I already talk about Rings of Power? A little bit. Mainly I was talking about how we had a simulcast with the Rings, with the One Ring people. They did a special stream to the Signum channel. And so we had a good, 60 people hanging out in Twitch chat over there last night, just talking about the trailer, and kibitzing with other folks, discussing what we saw. And also, eventually Corey showed up and chatted with us as well, which is kind of interesting. He was basically chatting with us in Twitch chat, and he was also talking, taking his turn speaking to the entire audience. So we had a good time there. Alright, so let's go find some quests to do. Now again, for those who are unfamiliar about the Catch-Up Completionist, is we do each quest once if it's a repeatable. I am not grinding reputation for these areas. That's not part of what I'm doing here. I am grinding. I'm basically doing all of the side quests I never did before.
Spare the moments of your time?
See, like I never did this quest back in the day. But anything that's like a repeatable or a daily, I'm only going to do it once.
Mind my words, traveler.
And I didn't do a lot of quest stuff in here. In some areas, I was pretty thorough about doing everything. In some areas, I just did the epic and got the hell out of there. And Mirkwood is definitely a place I didn't stick around for very long. Here's the thing about the internet. The internet can go pound salt for all I care. Part of the problem is there's a lot of people who want to hate anything. Now I understand, there's the book purists, right? And I understand there's the Jackson movie purists. There's even the Rankin and Bass purists who hardly exist anymore. But it's like every time a new iteration of something comes up, the folks who were basically weaned on the previous iteration wig the frick out. It's kind of like when the Star Wars prequels came out, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, whatever, they got thoroughly thrashed because they weren't the original trilogy, right? But that's because the people who the original trilogy was for had grown up, and the movies were explicitly, by George Lucas's own words, made for kids, for 9-year-olds. But now, those 9-year-olds who watched the original, the prequels, they're now grown up. And they're now dealing with having, a new generation of fans that Star Wars isn't made for them anymore. On the other hand, in retrospect, a lot of people like the prequels now, warts and all. And so I think we're seeing a lot of that as well. Is that people I would say the majority of the Tolkien fan base these days are folks who have only seen the Jackson movies. They've never read the books, they don't care to read the books, and that's fine. There we go. Did a deed. Alright, I need some more spies. Hello? Something just triggered my thing. Oh, a Goblin Scout, you. There we go. Those Goblin Scouts are actually one of my least favorite deeds because it's like, can I see them or not? I should probably put on a Slayer booster. Do I have one? I do have a bunch. I'll use this one. Ah. Wow, game lag. And I think part of the problem is the internet as a general term is pretty much, yeah, it's not a happy place, and I don't like it that it's not a happy place. Well, I remember when Peter Jackson was first tapped to do the Lord of the Rings movies and laughing my ass off because the thing that people knew about him the most, or knew about, is that he had done this puppet movie that included a song glorifying sodomy. Speaking of pains in the backside, kill him. Need another scout. And so this guy had never done a movie of, you know, anything as big as the Jackson movies. So, my personal thoughts on the trailer. The number one thing is, I, for one, do not expect the Amazon series to 100% cleave to the books. And the thing is, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Wow, that was actually not so bad. I am not just automatically opposed to changes from the books. One thing I find hilarious as hell is how many people are yelling about how this new adaptation isn't sticking to the books, like as if Peter Jackson is like, oh my god, Peter Jackson's stuff is the gospel. I'm like, no, Peter Jackson took some liberties as well. Thank you very much. Can you say, Toriel? Hi. Didn't exist and had a stupid story. And it's funny to me. And of course, you know, there's the whole, oh hey, black elves exist, hello. And one has to be very careful about discussing those arguments. Is somebody just being a racist asshole, which a lot of people are, and you can cheerfully ignore them because they're just racist assholes? Or do they have a legitimate thing saying, oh, by the way, the book explicitly says that this person looked like this. Which, if you actually read the books, Tolkien was not really all that great about describing things. Not in terms of what things looked like. Now, the elves were freaking, like, and the word fair is generally the one word that people like, oh, they're fair, that means they're pale skinned. I'm like, no, that's not what fair necessarily means. You have to check it in context. If they say that somebody was fair of skin, then yeah, that means their skin is fairly light colored. Fairly is light colored. But if you're saying that somebody is just one of the fair folk, as it were, then that's not the same thing. And it's something one has to be very careful about. And I think a lot of the people who are freaking out, They haven't read the books. They're not familiar with the lore, or they haven't read the books in a long time, or they've come up to some cultural or personal headcanon as to what the books actually said, and they didn't. So it's like it's. I wouldn't necessarily say that some of the people are malicious and or automatically racist if they're complaining about there being dark skinned. I think a bigger concern, honestly, is whether they say these dark skinned elves are exclusively from the South because the lore explicitly says Southrons were evil. Oh my god. And saying black people are evil is probably not the message you want to be given your captive audience. How can I be of service? Oh, there have always been racists and racism in Lord of the Rings communities. It's just, these days, it's far more prevalent for people to actually acknowledge that they're... And a lot of them are like, bringing these false equivalencies.
Mind my
like,
words, traveler.
I'm not actually racist. I just want them to be true to the books. So like, did you actually read the books? Tolkien never actually... Tolkien very rarely stated the colors of anything. And people like wigging out and like, the elves don't have long hair. I'm like, no. They were never described as having long hair. Actually, I think the one character whose hair was described the most was Boromir. Go read the Council of Elrond again, or go watch the 2 years that we spent on the council. Did we spend 2 years on it? Yeah, I think we spent 2 years on the Council of Elrond in Corey's class. Sweet Jesus. Or was it a year? We spent a long time going over word by word, pretty much, the Council of Elrond, discussing what he actually said.
Will you lend me your ear?
Alright, give me your quest, sir.
How can I be of service?
This is clearly an area that I did the very minimum amount of questing to get done. And honestly, I don't have a happy memory of this place. The last time I played through this content, it was not a good time. So that's one of the reasons why I was kind of avoiding it. In fact, the last time I played through this area, it was with a character I have since deleted. Because I was running with a group of people, and things didn't go well. So, and so this is pretty much where things fell apart. And I just have very bad memories of the place. You have to crank up the brightness and contrast in some of the uber dark zones? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do that. And unfortunately, because I have my graphics tablet attached to this, I don't have, for some reason the game doesn't actually let me change my gamma or my ambient light. It's very strange. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, you can go to graphics, you can go here, you can go down here, right. I can adjust the ambient light, which is nice. And I think I needed to tell Corey to do that, because he was playing in some content, but I can't adjust the brightness or contrast. I think Chromite actually said once that it's because I had to adjust, like I can't even change my gamma level. That I had to disconnect my graphics tablet and restart the game and try again. Alright, let's go back and turn in these quests, because we're going to get more quests to go back in there anyway. So I want to get past this content as quickly as I possibly can, because I don't want to have to come back here again. Yeah, well, just brightness and contrast are two things you have to monkey around with a bit to fix them up the way you want. Gamma is also one that can help, as long as you only adjust it very slowly. In fact, I have to use adjusted gamma in when I'm playing Ark, the dinosaur survival game, because during the nighttime, it's so freaking dark.
What
I
can I
can't
do
see
for you?
anything.
Mind my words, traveler.
Kill people in that place. Heck yeah. Where's the other one? Oh, that's the one down there. Okay, so let's go to this one first because it's close by. Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. About 1440 or anything resembling, like, 4K, is they would have to redo every single icon in the game. That's how it was explained to me, as to why haven't they updated the UI to make it scale, because they would literally have to recreate every single icon and UI elements in the game. Actually, Professor Corey streams the game in 14 or in 4K. It's just he runs across the whole issue of, oh hey, I shot him through a tree. Is the UI just does not scale. It was never created for 4K. It was barely created for high def. I mean, it is what it is, quite frankly. Just because I'm bored. I'm also doing my Slayer deeds while I'm doing all this other stuff. Oh, I think it has less to do with upscaling with AI. It has to be done by hand. Like each individual icon and UI element. Believe me, there's been times when players and people in the community have offered their services to Standing Stone, and it's very rare that they actually take them up on it.
How can I be of service?
I mean, hell, I've offered to help with their ticket queue.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Oh, hey, we'll go kick that guy's butt that we just already kicked. We'll do that.
Will you lend me your ear?
Hey, we'll kick that guy's butt too that we already kicked. I mean, before, when I had a day job, which if you didn't know, last week my job put 3 of us on furlough. Because there wasn't enough work for us to do, and our biggest client had a special project that was supposed to start in January. And unfortunately, supply chain issues meant they didn't, or they pushed it back to June. Oh, look at all of you. Come here. Come here, all of you. I just find it amusing to kill all y'all. Just kind of standing here. It doesn't matter if I kill that guy. But this one... say that it's probably not a Standing Stone decision, by the way. They don't control their own money. So I wouldn't even necessarily say it's a Daybreak thing. Not sure where it lies, but it's definitely not in Standing Stone's level of authority. And everybody knows that the customer service is a dumpster fire right now, and it's sad. And yes, they are well aware of this. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks to, be having to listen to all that all the time. And not being not only can you not say, yep, we understand, but basically that being all you can do, say, yeah, we understand, we hear you, and not being able to do a damn thing about it. I don't know, Darth Ball. I would not hold my breath on the matter. I think actually, was it Cord who recently said that they're actually kind of happy with that? Or it was on the forums, I think, recently. Somebody from the dev team said they were pretty happy with how it was set up, more or less. I'm like, I wouldn't be happy with that. It's not the first left to right scrolling interface I've seen for a login reward system, but I think there could have been a different option for it, like a table or something that you can scroll down. Honestly, I wish they would hire more people to do UI stuff, but again, it's all about headcount and not having the ability or authority to hire more people. Which is actually kind of interesting when you consider the fact that apparently the EG7 CEO, Ji Hum, who used to be the Daybreak CEO before EG7 bought Daybreak, and he said they were going to be pouring some more money into Lotro this year, and I'm like, yep, I'm waiting on that.
What do you need?
Hire some more damn people. I think the number one thing they need to do is get customer service under control. Because that's generating a lot of pissiness. Because people are frustrated, they're upset. And people who are frustrated or upset are unwilling to spend money on the game. That's the bottom line here, is if you want the people to stick around...
Mind my words, traveller.
You're gonna want them to be happy. And
Will
if
you
you're
lend me your ear?
obviously failing customer service
Mind my
one-on-one,
words, traveller.
Stay a moment.
and y'all know, Cordovan's my homie. I like the dude, but it drives me up the wall every time he tells us, oh, hey, yeah, we got customer service people working on them. Like, yeah, no, you don't. Don't want to call the dude a liar, but I made ticketing and customer service professional. This is what I did for a day job. Is I took for the past couple of years, I've taken massive ticket queues and stomped them into the ground. It does not take, well, it was September. I think it was September. They were actually looking to hire some CS people to do that. Like 2 or 3 CS people to help get their queue under control when they hired a new CS manager. It doesn't take, September, October, November, December, January, February. It doesn't take you 6 months to fix that shit. Love Standing Stone to bits. I appreciate the position Cord is in, but it does not take no damn 6 months to fix that shit. It doesn't. If it takes you more than a month, there's something fucking wrong. And we all know there's something wrong, and they're not going to tell us what is wrong. It's just, I mean, people have noticed that there aren't any, nobody's seen a GM in-game in however long. The ticket turnaround times are abysmal. You could give me like 2 weeks in their ticket queue, and I would have their customer service probably 100% better than it currently is. But it is what it is. Alright, I need some more orc traps to disarm. That's just a Slayer deed. Oh, we're almost done with the Warg Slayer deed, so let's kick this guy right in the butt. There we go. We want that one. I think the other orc traps are actually on the other side of the river. And so what I'm hoping to do is I have put in another request with Standing Stone to talk to a certain member of the dev team. Now that I've completed the Gundabad story, I'm hoping that things are a little bit less busy and that they will have the opportunity to speak with me about that story. You can pretty much guess who I might be wanting to talk to, but again, I don't want to put anybody on the spot or anything like that. I did find a treasure cache, and there's actual stuff in it. Okay, I think orc traps are supposed to be around here too. What's making my something skulking about Spidey sense going? Don't know. So one of the other things I have done, it might have been the scout actually, is I set up a new character. I actually, since character slots are on sale this week, I did spend pretty much the remaining amount of my Lojo points and bought a character slot. So I now have 34 per server. This is the only server that I have all 34 slots taken up. But I created a new character because I want to play one through the epic story because they added some new content exclusively for high elves, some new quest dialogue, and I want to experience that. And it pretty much was like, well, you better just start a new character to do it. Like, okay. And because I had a really cool name stashed away on my alt account, I was thinking I wanted to play a Rune Keeper, right? Because I don't have the high elf Rune Keeper. I don't have a high elf Guardian either. I was thinking about Guardian. I have 2 elf Guardians. I might actually... I'm actually kind of thinking of re-rolling the 1 elf Guardian to make her a high elf Guardian. The one who's, she's only level 14 right now. 14, 15. So it won't be hard to re-roll it, but I think it would be a pain in the ass. Well, not too hard, no. Let me actually look on my spreadsheet. Is she an elf? Is she an elf or a high elf? She's an elf. And then my other elf, my other main guardian is also an elf. I think the main reason why I had that character stay an elf rather than making them into a high elf one, because the character has a really cool name. And the reason I have that really cool name here on Landy is because I had it on Ithel, and I transferred that character from Ithel to here, And when you do that, if somebody's been sitting idle on the name for more than a year, you can have it. As long as you're transferring from a server that's closing versus just regular server transfer. I'm doing this. Blah. Okay, I need to kill some more wargs here. I forget what I was talking about. I'll forget, chat. Remind me if you'd be so kind. Ah, no, City. I can't even blame Thief Kitty. There's a little bit of game lag going on.
What can I do for you?
Alright.
What do you need?
Oh, another thing
How
I
can I
hate
be
about
of
Siege of
service?
Mirkwood, and also
How
the
can
start
I
of
be of
Valorian,
service?
is how many crafting recipes became, rep-gated. I freaking hate that. I don't like it. Okay, I need to find 2 more orc traps, and it's pointing me this way. Okay. Your main's on Gladden? Eldeleth is on Gladden. Oh yeah, the new character. Durr. I knew what I was talking about. I did. So this character is currently level 1, but because I had this really awesome name that I had stashed, the name screams that I should play a minstrel. And I don't actually have a high elf minstrel on this server. On the other hand, I really was wanting to play a Runekeeper. Because I don't have, well, I mean, I have a couple of Runekeepers. Well, actually, I already have an Elven Runekeeper. I don't have a High Elf Runekeeper. Here, little orc trap. Where are you? Ah, there's one. So I don't know. The name that I saved out is Flute, which basically says this character should be a minstrel or else. Hi, kitty. A fire RK. Nice. Just for you, kill him. He has a purr. He has toe beans. He's got toe beans. Hi. He doesn't like being held on his back as much as he used to. No, they haven't really mentioned anything about it for a while. They basically said, yeah, they know it's a mess, and that they would look into it more or less. There hasn't been a lot of action on a lot of things that we players have been grumping about. A lot of their answers from Cordovan, are, yep, we're having discussions about it, is basically what he says a lot of the times. And to me, that doesn't say a damn thing. That just says, they're thinking about it. That's why you gotta be careful as to not take anything like that to be any kind of promise. And one thing that actually kind of there's a few things that, one that will make me angry is that whenever somebody complains about devs being lazy, which, if anybody knew an actual game dev, they would shut the fuck up and not say such things. Because they have absolutely no idea what the fuck they're talking about. The other one is the devs promised us XYZ. Number one, no game dev ever says I promise. Why? Because shit invariably happens. Production schedules go whoosh out the window and things cannot be delivered whenever they're set to be a certain time. Like, oh, we promise you that we're going to launch this thing. Hi. There's no such thing as a promise when they are discussing release schedules. They can't promise it because shit happens, right? Fifi is howling in the other room as he does. And what really peeves me is anytime players go and say, "Oh, they promised that they would release XYZ at such and such a date." I'm like, no, they didn't. They planned for it, but plans can and will change. Hello, welcome to the stream. I am Druid's Fire, your hostess. And we're doing the thing. No, it's not that so much that they're, Hi, Bookworm. I mean, on a regular basis, I don't know of a single game dev out there who works only a 40-hour week. It just doesn't happen. Not even a standing stone. And one thing I respect Standing Stone for is the fact that they don't have a crunch culture.
What do you need? Mind my words, traveler. Might you spare a moment
Yeah,
of your
getting
time?
to wander through Middle Earth is like the best thing ever.
Stay a
Not gonna
moment.
lie. You do have any questions for me? No. Because this is how big Middle Earth is in terms of playable content. Anything inside these yellow lines, you can go to. This is probably the most massive continuous landscape game. There's games that have bigger areas to play in. Most of those are like going to different planets or going to different locations. Not the same overall map. Now, there are places you get teleported just for performance reasons, but this is all of Middle Earth that we can play in. It's really good. We cannot go to Beleriand, Disrupting Void, because Beleriand is kind of under the ocean. It's kind of under the ocean. Because this is set during the story of Frodo taking the ring and throwing it into Mordor over here. Throwing it in, chucking it into the mountain. So that story of Beleriand was, it got sunk at the end of the First Age. So it's kind of 6,000 years too late for that. Well, scuba diving equipment doesn't actually exist in this version of Middle Earth. Kill him won the auction, heck yeah. Hi, little goblin scout. Oh, yeah, I don't get anything for killing you. One of the biggest MMO maps is Guild War 2's? Probably. But continuous landscape? I mean, there's discussions about it. I'm not going to give a definitive, authoritative answer on the matter. I'm just saying, this place ain't small. Yes, Moss John, and they keep adding more content. Holy crap. So we can pretty much see, and again, this is just personal theory here, by taking the Stable Master map, and while they did go a little bit north to add some stuff for Gundabad, so they could add Ford Waith up here. They could add some stuff up here. I personally believe their next destination in terms of major content is right down here, because this is new. Actually, Standing Stone's other game, DDO, does have a couple of underwater combat things. I'm not sure how I like it. Part of the problem with me doing underwater combat is the 3D landscape kind of messes with my head. And this was also the same when I played through Vashir in World of Warcraft. Because I love the zone, it was gorgeous. But it also kind of messed with my head and trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be shooting at people. It's definitely a lot easier playing this at max level. So, the purpose of this series, by the way, you see this is episode 41, is to go back and do all the old content that I hadn't done before when I ran through this area the first time on my own, on this character. Because I wasn't doing the completionist route back then. Shoot him in the ass. So I'm basically going back and cleaning up the stuff. But I think we're all pretty excited for the new Rings of Power series. I know there's some folks who are salty about it, and most of the arguments I've heard against it are from folks whose opinions I don't give a shit about. Ah, so that was you I ran into on the docks. Ah, it's like, somebody from Mythgard. But yeah, no, I'm going back in, basically cleaning up my instance, my my deed log and my quest log, and just basically doing all of the quests I'd never done before. Hi, you. And honestly, this is my least favorite expansion, so I've kind of been putting it off. Now, I still need to go back and do the instances for Siege of Mirkwood. I haven't done those yet. Well, I've played through them, but I haven't actually completed the instance deeds for them. I hear what you're saying about that bookworm. It's missing a little bit of gravy on top, in my opinion. Well, and I think one of the things I appreciate about the teaser is the fact that it wasn't telling us the story. I don't want them to tell us the story in the trailers. I want to discover it during the episodes. And I'm with Corey on that one. Corey is not a fan of spoilers. So I'm actually hoping that he's going to do his own separate reaction or analysis, because I think
what can I do for you?
Having his opinion unfiltered,
Mind my words, traveler,
versus having trying to flip through 20 different voices would be good. Though I do want to hear more from New Beta Do Beta, the TikTok dude they had on, because he was good. I liked hearing what he had to say, because he also knew his shit too. Yeah, and the thing is, if you go back and do that old content also, especially if you go back and do the old Slayer deeds, you get enhancement runes for them. So why not do them, right? Okay.
Mind my words, traveler.
I'm not really looking to do the
time.
reading the. I should read the quest text, but Maid of Lions will kill me for it, but that's okay.
Stay a moment.
I'll just ask him for it.
Mind my words,
so we can talk about Gundabad. Because holy crap, Gundabad! Yeah. Yep. Like this, if you do the advanced Slayer deeds, like this, the upgraded ones, you get enhancement runes, and as you notice, they are not, they're scalable. Unless they specifically say level whatever,
What do you
then
need?
it's really nice.
Stay a moment.
Okay. Any more quests over here? Nope. Okay. What quest do we have to do? Move this over here. Okay, so we have the one quest over there. Yeah, let's go this way. Yeah, I like the Narnia books. Let's see if I die by falling off of here. Nope. But one thing to understand is that Tolkien himself was, very religious, so it's not like he excised all religion out of his stuff. Oh, you can actually find a brief clip, a highlight. Was it on the official, or was it here? Where I slid down a mountain in Carbronak up by Gundabad, and it was a very long mountain, and I should have died. I did not. It was amazing. Alright, we're going this way. Yeah, Narnia is straight up, because C.S. Lewis just didn't give a flying flip, and he just, he made everything blatantly obvious. But honestly, it's kind of like apples and oranges, really. I hate trying to pick up things that are really, really tiny. With a very small hitbox, as it were. I generally try to... It's like, well, why don't you use your backspace key? Well, it doesn't work on my computer for some reason. meat. Huh, where are you? Oh, I have the set of Narnia books. I once wrote a paper on all 7 of them in a single book report because it was just so little to, back when I was in, high school. Because you couldn't just do a report on one of the books. You had to, there wasn't enough content for that kind of book report. Yeah, but it is what it is. If you figured your G key to be selecting your object and V key to pick it up, there you go. I actually have a Steel Series Merc keyboard, which sadly they don't make them anymore, which makes me very sad. So it's got a left-handed gaming keypad built into it, and I love the ergonomics of it, but it doesn't lend itself well to customizations like that. Because it has, like, it's hardwired what buttons do which keystrokes, so it's not programmable. Mute. Amazon is selling the Narnia books as one book. Yeah. Now the question is, did they reorder? This is the heresy of the Narnia books from all I care is whoever the hell decided that The Magician's Apprentice had to be the first book in this series needs to just yeet themselves someplace, because no, The Lion and the Witch and the Wardrobe is the first book. To do it other what? Hey, we'll just get one over here. Chronologically, The Magician's Nephew was first. In terms of the in-story, like the in-lore timeline, sure. But The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was the first book published. And I think most discerning readers understand the notion of, you know, things, hello, of going, you know, doing flashbacks and whatnot. I think they would understand it. I never saw the point of going back and reordering the books. Okay, let's turn these quests in. Yeah, I'm not disputing which book came first in terms of the actual lore. That's, you know, definitively the Magician's Nephew. But in terms of publication order, there's no reason. I mean, it's like any series where some author goes back and writes a prequel. Like Terry Brooks wrote a prequel to the Shannara series. Actually, he wrote a bunch of them. But it was a single book called the, what was it? The Black Something of Shannara. Now I'm blanking on the title of that book. First King of Shannara. Why is it I think in Black something or other Shannara, but it's not. I'm gonna go read that wiki page after the stream. I have not read all the Shannara books. Don't at me, despite the fact that my name Druid's Fire is a direct reference to the Shannara books. True story. Ooh, the Michael Moorcock books. I have not read those in so many years. But let's take something that I do know very well. The Anne McCaffrey books. She wrote prequels, she wrote sequels, she wrote other things, and her son also wrote books that I can't stand. Where am I? I'm here. Okay. Let's patrol more of the road. Let's patrol even more of the road, and even more Limbus. An enemy patrol. Hi, orc harassers. Are you forum trolls? Thank you, Ian McClure. But yeah, because Al-Anon is my favorite character in the Shannara books, and it's very sad he's only in a few of them. Okay, let's go back to the camp. Camp up the hill. I don't pity the orcs. They're meanie faces. They were meanie faces. Honestly, I think them reordering the Narnia books is simply a move to sell more books. Not in the, oh, hey, we want to sell more books just because, but hey, we think this stupid idea will help us sell more books.
What do you need?
Like some marketing
Mind my
executive
words,
actually
traveler.
thought that would help.
Stay a moment.
Mind my words, traveler.
A dreadful bore.
May Govanen.
Sounds like me on a good day. I'm a dreadful bore. Is that like a regular backpack, or is this a quest backpack? It's a regular backpack. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I just googled it.
What can I do for you? May Govanen.
Yeah, I am not a fan of regionalization in terms of publishing rights. For example, I don't believe that... did we do this quest? I think we did. I don't believe, for example, that a book... No, let's see Doctor Who, alright? Doctor Who is my favorite... pardon me, it's one of my favorite things. On the planet. You spoil it, I will hate you forever. And I'm not kidding. It used to be probably around 2000, like when the Chris Eccleston series was coming out, when the series first got reborn in modern times. The BBC would not send it to America to air until months after it had aired in the UK. Not realizing that the American audience would have eaten it up. Are you? No, you're not going to give me anything. And so people honestly turned to piracy. One of the people I hang out with in a specific streamer's chat, I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want them to get in trouble, was this English person who would take the episodes of the Doctor Who just as soon as they aired in the UK and would render them. Basically, they would up them to torrent sites and then people would download them, etc. So torrenting was a thing, right? It's literally because it would be months before American audiences would legitimately be allowed to see that show. And even back then in the day, if you were anywhere, even though Twitter was only in its nascency, the infancy back then, is people would talk about the episode and you'd get spoiled. Like, in this particular case, somebody that I know spoiled the end of the Doctor Dances 2-part episode. The Empty Child, the Doctor Dances, right? That person spoiled it in LiveJournal of all places, replying to somebody else's comments about something else. They spoiled the end of the episode, and I freaking hit the damn roof because I was trying to be good. You know, I was like, you know, at the time I worked for the cable company, so stealing something that's supposed to be on cable, you shouldn't do that. On the other hand, it also meant that you were gonna get spoiled. This quest. La da 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 da. So yeah, I broke down and started torrenting Doctor Who. I figured it this way back in the days. I worked for the cable company, so I was getting free cable. So I was not paying a subscription that would ever go to the BBC America in this particular case. So I didn't honestly feel all that guilty about doing it. I also made friends with the guy who was doing it because he had the best high quality torrents of it. However, when the chance came about that you could buy the DVDs for the seasons, I also went and did that. So I still bought legal copies of the episodes. It's just I didn't want to wait 8 months to be able to know what the hell happened. Yep, Ian. That's also the thing is that, you know, shows come on at different times. And it's the same thing with books as well. I mean, TV and movies are obviously the big thing that people talk about most readily. And it's just sad that the publishers don't organize this so it comes out at the same time. I mean, some video game companies are really good about that, and that they try to schedule their launches to be reasonable, either globally at the exact same time, so nobody gets a head start. But then you get into the griping about, well, this is very bad hours from my part of the world. It's the middle of the night for me. I don't want to get up till 3 in the morning. And it's also like the whole thing about current TV shows doing their midnight Pacific drops, which means those of us in the East Coast have to stay up till 4 in the morning to watch it on work nights. But it's either that or you go get spoiled. So you have to then either yell about people doing spoilers on Twitter, or you stay off of Twitter or social media, or you stay up till 4 in the morning on a work night watching this shit so you don't get spoiled. And then there's also some aspect of personal responsibility here. It's like, I don't yell at people for talking about stuff on social media as soon as it comes out. I won't want to tell people, no, you can't talk about this in a public forum. The only time I get pissy about it is when you go into when a bad person goes into somebody's specific feed and like ats me spoilers, or will come in here in a Twitch chat and drop spoilers where nobody has a chance to mute it or avoid it. I mean, that's not cool. I mean, that's why I have a spoilers channel in my Discord, and people can mute it if they want to. I think using Twitter less is good for anybody's mental health. Though, I think Twitter is less detrimental to my mental health than Facebook is, because unfortunately, My mom is on Facebook,
What
and I
do
hate
you
talking
need?
to her. I really do. Plus the fact that she is in the Mythgard Facebook group,
What
and I
do you need?
freaking hate it because I can't kick her out because
What
she doesn't
can
do
I
anything
do
wrong.
for you?
Hey, I'm an ally. We did a thing.
Will you lend me your ear?
Yeah, I just wish, for example, they would do these TV premieres like Boba Fett or Mandalorian at a reasonable hour, like 8 p.m. Eastern, or even like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern, so it's not like in the middle of the goddamn night. And I feel bad for social media professionals who have to actually they don't get the luxury of avoiding being spoiled about shit. Because they have to I mean, there's folks like my friend Mark Burrows who recently did the biography of Terry Pratchett. I know him from the band he's in called The Men That Will Not Be Blamed for Nothing, which is the most amazing band name ever. Oh, these quests. I remember these.
What can I do for you? Stay a moment. Mind my words, traveler.
Addercop, Addercop!
Stay a moment. Mind my words, traveler.
Alright. You don't have any quests for me, that's fine. Also, one of the other reasons why I don't like questing here is because it's so gloomy. It's like we have all. Hello. Roving threat? Roving threat, I say. Let's kick that guy's ass in a minute. Oh good, my number 3 key isn't working right now. Hey, I could have kicked his butt in a lot quicker time. We got 30 Lotra points for being an ally of the Malthrum. Laringale. I could be a liege of the Lord? Nice. But I am definitely concerned about the fact that my, this left-handed keyboard, which I was telling you all about, is actually in the process of failing, but I can't replace it right now. Jid has no spare monies. So, I just kind of cope with it. And when I'm doing quests like this one, I'm literally almost all the time right-clicking on everything. I'm not too fussed about it. But when I actually want to go play current modern content, I will want that key to work. I'm just saying. I see you, little goblin deserter. Little deserter. Not fussed about you now. Where are you? Where are you? I see you, spider. So I do have, now that I have some free time on my hands, I do plan in and around doing some sprucing up of the channel. I think the main thing I want to do is get some an improved overlay, but I think I might have to hire somebody to do some things, little something something, or just get off my ass and learn how to do Illustrator or some other graphics program. I mean, I have Photoshop, which is what I mainly do my stuff in right now. There, I defeated all the spooters. There's a bat. There's another bat. Why do I think something bad's down here? I'm not going in there just yet. Not that it would harm me at all. Well, hey, I still need you for the Slayer deed. Why not? Well, they don't count as a bat. That's unfortunate. So, if you missed it on Friday, on the official Lojo channel, I completed the story of Gundabad, the entire epic story of the game. And it was really, really good. Now, most of y'all know I do adore me some game lore, but I think there was something special about this. Ooger with the raid! What's up, Oogs? What are you doing? Let's give you a shout out. Yeah, big Ooger. So, what were you playing, Oogs? You're playing the Lotros. How dare you? How dare you? So what were you doing in Lotro, Ooger? What trouble were you getting into? Was it fun? Was it exciting? Did you die a lot? Because, you know, that's what you do. I'm just cleaning up old quests here in Zolotros. As the name of the show implies. Blackmore. Hi, Blackmore. How you doing? Are you a dead wolf? You're a dead wolf. Okay, let's focus on this. Oh, we could have gone into Gortham. Oh, we should have done that. Oh well. I'll go do that now. Chromite was showing you LI stuff and inventory management, do dailies and wrappers for going to bed. Chromite knows a lot. I'm just cleaning up old messes. So far, I have completed all of the quests in the game up to this point, except for that one in Lorien, which I refuse to do. Because it's a dwarf asking me to go shoot the the lady's protected critters, and I refuse to do it. Hey, Tomas, how you doing? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. Muy bien? Yeah, I gotta put the questioning lilt in my voice for that one. Hey, look, it's a spider. Yeah. So we had fun last night, didn't we? Tomas was there for at least part of the long-ass live stream. What I'm officially calling the long-ass live stream. Because it was 5 hours! It was like 3 hours before Corey... It was 3.5 hours before Corey even showed up. To be fair, I do not disrespect my my boss. It's just simply the fact that he had family obligations. I didn't need to kill that bat. Oh well. Thank you. And I would never disrespect the far more formidable and amazing Dr. Olson. I've actually met his wife at PAX East. And that's actually one really super salty thing I have about PAX East this year. Is if things don't work out, I won't be able to go. And I was supposed to hang out with Corey and his younger son, because his elder son is at college. And probably his missus. And I was like, I wanted to hang out with the Olsons again, because they're so much fun. Wait, do I need to kill you? I do. Come here, little spooter. Yep. He showed up 15 minutes after he left. Yeah. Somebody else who was there, Aiden, the Lonely Mountain Band, was watching the show. And
how can I be of service?
He basically fell asleep
Mind my words,
before
traveler.
Corey came on. In our defense, we were only told that Corey would be on after the game. I honestly thought he'd be logging in to the Zoom call from his brother's place. Apparently, he drove home first.
What do you need?
It's fine. It's just we didn't know. Yeah. However, there is a permanent recording of the event for those who want to watch, and you can time it so that you just watch the stuff where you pick up where you left off. Yeah, Bookworm, I'm actually rabble-rousing for Corey to do his own review with people that he invites on, and it's, to me, zero disrespect for everybody else on that other stream. It was just like there's too many people. It was just, oh, why time on the pebble? Why am I spinning around and around and around? Get around, I get around. It's like I should be seeing something in here. It's up here. Maybe on this hill. Oh yeah, knew better, do better. That was his TikTok handle. Yeah. I keep telling folks in the Signum Slack that we need to make friends with him because he knew his shit. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Oh. I was wondering what the nervous goblins are all about. I think he also does Instagram, but yeah, I think we could probably get him on a different thing. So, yeah. We've been making a point of telling Corey, yeah, we need to make friends with this guy, because for a couple of reasons, and it's, again, I don't mean to disrespect the host, because one of the things that I was uncomfortable about was how our community, the Signal community, the people in our chat were reacting to the to our hosts, because basically we did nothing. I gave them a stream key at Corey's request, and the One Ring folks handled all of it. Like, Justin was the guy who was streaming everywhere. And so we had no input in how it all went down or anything. And I was honestly a bit disappointed at our community for being so publicly disrespectful to our hosts. I mean, yeah, that production was not perfect. There were problems from everything. In fact, I had a low-level headache most of the evening after the show because they had... some microphone was open the entire time, and I could hear the backfeeding on that microphone the entire time, and it actually gave me a low-level headache. But I wouldn't have said anything publicly about it, or to almost mock our hosts. But it was a bit uncomfortable. So eventually, I conferred with Dor Ward, who is Sharon Hoff, who is basically Corey's right-hand person at Signum, and we concurred that somebody needed to say something, so I told people to be more respectful.
What can I do for you? Stay a moment.
Destroy the idol of the Necromancer.
Mind my words, traveler.
Defeat Talun Tum. And, oh, we haven't done the Dread Reaver's Lair, and that's to the south of us. That's over here. Let's do that one real quick, and then come back. We'd love to see Professor and Colbert do some chats and streams together. Well, honestly, I would love to have Corey make an appearance on Colbert's show. I mean, it's one thing to have Colbert on our stuff, and that would definitely get us some more people involved. But I think it would be better if Corey was on Colbert's stuff, because Colbert has the far huger audience. Whether that would ever happen, we have no idea. We're gonna kill some spooters. We're gonna kill some spooters. Friendship Onion will be a big step, yeah. That should actually be happening fairly soon, from my understanding. And so that's going to bring more people into our community, so I want to make sure our people are well behaved. I'm super stoked about that. Honestly, would be the best thing ever is if when Corey goes on the Friendship Onion, they happen to just have Colbert waiting in the wings to talk to him. That would be the best, but I don't think it would ever happen. That'd be funny, though. I think it is a matter of time, because I think Corey has jokingly said, hey, you know, we were happy to have you on the show. But it's a question of will Colbert actually catch up and hear that episode, right?
How can I be of service?
Alright, we did Addercop. Amazon series in September. Though I'm also excited about the new Obi-Wan series coming in May. Ooh, that'll be sexy. That'll be good. Which, are you not surprised me that there aren't any quests to kill these guys? Unless you need Slayer deeds for orcs or something, I guess. Okay, where is the thing? It's not back here. Probably down. No, it's this way. Oh, I see something glowing in the background. The necromancer, huh? Hi. Warner Brothers is working on an anime series, an animated series of some kind, called War of the Rohirrim. Oh, I still need to do all the treasure chests. I haven't actually looked up the map for that yet. Let's see where we are in our deeds in Southern Rakewood. So, we still have to finish the Slayer deeds. And as you can see, we have a bunch of Slayer deeds to do. We haven't done Angmarim, we haven't done the Dead, we haven't done Spooters or Wargs. We're getting there. We're getting there. Pardon me. And I also need to do the treasure caches. Right now I'm just doing the quest because it's fun. And casually slaying my way across the landscape.
What can I do for you?
Megovanen. Will you lend me your ear?
Oh, we're going to the Haunted Inn. It's very haunted. So yeah, I think we're in a really good spot with the Lord of the Rings fandom because we have so much stuff coming out. It's gonna start being like, you know, the Star Wars or the Marvel licenses, like, too many things, I can't keep up. And I definitely appreciate the fact that they're not all gonna be the same thing. I don't want it all to be the same thing. One thing I'm definitely gonna push back against is all those people who insist that, oh my god, it can only be faithful to the Jackson movies. Especially when they wrongly think that the Jackson movies are the only version of the movies and stories. The thing about Star Wars, and it's also going to be the thing about Lord of the Rings, is you don't have to participate in all of it. It's okay if you don't.
What can I do for you?
Yay, we get to hang out with rangers again.
Could I speak with you a moment? Might I take a moment of your time?
Gravestones.
Mind my words, traveler. Might you spare a moment of your time?
At least I didn't have to do the quest to open up this part of Mirkwood. Because if you remember, you had to actually do the epic quest to unlock
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Galath.
Stay a moment. Stay a moment.
Will you lend me your ear?
I will kill more spiders for you, sir.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Alright. Yep, let's talk about Boba Fett. Boba Fett's still overrated. I have thought Boba Fett was overrated since the holiday special. I have not found any fucking reason to give a shit about that character. Don't care. The only times that I liked the character, I liked the training montage. Originally, I liked the bit where he destroyed the swoop gang with Slave 1. But I couldn't care less about it. I could not care less about Boba Fett as a character. And now knowing that he got tricked into killing the swoop gang, that basically shows that dude's a dupe. It's really unfortunate too. It's like, your character is an idiot. Oh, I watched Boba Fett. I love The Mandalorian. I like the fact that The Mandalorian keeps getting his ass kicked all the time and shows that bounty hunting isn't exactly a safe sport, shall we say. Yeah, he died. Yeah, he was... I mean, I liked all the nods, and I loved the 2 episodes of The Mandalorian in it, because those 2 episodes were actually showing new stuff or going back to the old stuff. Like, Dave Filoni knows exactly how much fan service to put into something. Hey, this looks familiar. And I thought it was ironic that the Mando got so much more character development through that entire through 2 episodes than Boba Fett did in all 7. I mean, I love what's her face on Tatooine. Oh my god, I'm trying to Pilo, I think is her character name. The lady in the docking bay with the pit droids. who apparently once dated a Jawa and said they're hairy. Like, the lady is walking TMI, but I'm loving it because she's like, she doesn't give a shit. She's gonna say whatever. Oh, the mayor's assistant. Oh my god, they're totally gonna boff too. They're totally going to boink. Because I don't think she cares. Are you? I like these piles of treasure in terms of what they look like. I think DDO could actually take away and get that, use that in there. Because they have piles of gold and piles of silver, but they don't have piles of treasure that look like these. With, you know, varying coins of denomination. I don't think they do. Nothing else in here? Nope. But I think there's definitely a case to be made for fatigue. Like, too much stuff. But then on some level you just have to recognize, well, maybe not. Maybe I don't have to watch it. It's like Marvel movies and Marvel TV shows and Marvel this and Marvel that. It's like, you don't have to consume all of it. And what I don't really get is the people who are offended that it's not created explicitly for. It's like, why are you making Star Wars cartoons for kids? You know, why shouldn't you make everything Star Wars to be about what I want to watch? And I was like, that's not how the fucking world works. You finally VIP'd yourself to Lotro. Heck yeah, join the party. I still want to see Standing Stone give something to the VIPs. Now that they're taking one of the things that's currently advertised as a VIP perk and giving it to all accounts, which I do not disagree with. I agree with the idea of taking that out of the paywall. The things like the premium currency, the barter wallet, the slots for, like, you know, traits and shit. I totally agree that they should give that to everybody for free. On the other hand, since that is one of the selling points of VIP, they should put something into VIP to replace it. Stop eating that dead elf. Hi, are you okay? Nope, you're dead. Bye. And the fact that Standing Stone does not seem to be willing to entertain that argument kind of annoys me. I need to kill more of these bats. Yep. I think there was somebody either in one of the Discords or in Twitch chat, probably during Jerry's show last Friday, was going on. I was like, you know, you shouldn't get any compensation for that. I'm like, yes, you should. If you're decreased, there's no value in any of this. Why do you need to get something for free? I'm like, we're not getting something for free. And I'm speaking as a lifer. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. But I do know some folks, this is the only reason why they sub to Lotro, is to get those things so they don't have to pay points per character for them. Where are you? Okay, I need wolf pelts. Ancient evil. Honestly, I would not advocate for putting something like that behind the paywall anyway. One thing I really dislike about the SWTOR model right now is the fact that not only do they lock story behind a paywall, they also lock character level behind paywall. At least I think they do. At least that's what their patch notes for tomorrow's patch implies. Is that you can't level up to level 80 unless you're a subscriber, which I find to be bullshit. Yeah, Bookworm, that's exactly it. If you're selling your subscription based on 10 items and you take 2 items away from that subscription, you devalue. You're basically asking people to pay more for less. Or to pay the same amount and get less for it. So you want to have your VIPs who are paying subscribers, people who are paying money for this game on a regular basis, hopefully, to want to continue paying for that. It's like, well, hey, if I get this for free, why am I paying for this game anymore? That's actually a really interesting idea, Uncle Elias. An extra milestone? I'm a lifer. I've never bought an extra milestone for any of my alts. Because I've enough travel options as a non-hunter that I don't feel the need for extra milestones. And some people can't live without, and some people are basically like, I have to buy the hurried returning traveler skills. I don't have any of those. No, I gotcha. Sir Evan, it's fine. I haven't bought a single milestone ever. No hurry traveler, no returning traveler, even when they're on sale. I don't think they've ever put them on, like, the super discounts for, like, July and December. I don't think I've ever seen them there. And if they had, I totally missed it. I might buy them there, but... Hey, my bags are finally full. But again, it's all down to what you feel appropriate to buy, I suppose. But it's an interesting idea, Uncle Elias. I like it. Thief Kitty likes it too, apparently. Well, the bat doesn't help me. You're a wolf. Meow. I either use the Stable Master or, if my, my kinship, thing is on cooldown, I use that. I do have a couple of premium houses, and so they actually help a lot. Because the premium houses are near, like, the far-ranging Stable Masters and the housing instances, and those are pretty quick to get to. I need to beat on the spooters. So where are we gonna go find some spiders? Anywhere around those. Hey, there's a spider. Hello, spooter. I need some more spiders. Anybody see a spider anywhere? Oh, the drown hold. Yeah, having the 1-minute timer to get to your own place is pretty massive, actually. Oh, you have the housing, the stable master for your housing? Yeah, I don't even have one of those. What I'll do is, if I'm on an RFG Kinney, I'll just go to... How did I even do that? I would go to my kin house in Belfast and run up the hill and use the swift travel from there. Hello, I need spiders! Hi, kitty thief. Come here. Come here. Look at you. I'm realizing that bags are full, but also my thingy has fallen off, so let's read up that and go keep killing some more spiders. All the spiders, kill the spiders, kill the spiders, kill the spiders. With my bow and magic arrows. Bow and magic arrows? Bow and magic arrows! Okay, we're not gonna filk, what's up, Doc? Here on the live stream. We will have a kitty cat purring against us because he is a purr. He has a purr. Alright, let's clean the bags out real quick. Save the crafting mat, save the world. Get rid of old essences that are worth absolutely nothing! Hang on to that. Quilted leggings of fleetness, not useful. Oh, look at you! You got cuddles. Oh, you get cuddles. Thief gets cuddles. Don't need dawn roses. It's actually a good idea to go back and get, if you're used to selling these scrolls, crafting scrolls, you might want to go back and use them, or get them, because they now start dropping, brawler buckles. Brawler stuff. Because I picked up a couple of brawler, specific crafting recipes through these. So, yeah. Sell all that shit. Get rid of that, too. And do that. Actually, we can... Yeah, we could put them in there. There we go. Look at that. I have space again. I got some more points. And that's another reason why you might want to go back and do the old deeds is Lojo points. I have a cat. We're going this way. Let's go back to the Haunted Inn. The Haunted Inn. Leafy, what are you doing? You're warm. He's full of warm. He's a good kitty. He's also a butthead. I came this close Thief is actually mentioned on my page on the Signum University webpage under members of the board, because I am a member of the Signum University board this year. Thief is mentioned, and I had said to the very nice, formidable Sparrow Alden, who is responsible for those listings, I had mentioned in the bio I submitted to her that Thief Kitty was a butthead. But she, alas, did not let me get away with it.
Greetings.
I was very sad.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Oh, we're gonna wolf whistle to somebody? Heck yeah. Wolf whistling is bad. Don't do it.
What can I do for you? Will you lend me your ear?
The spiders. Hi,
Maid of Honor,
kitty.
stay a moment.
Defeat Marvel. Yep, we'll go back and kick some more of them. Oh. I need to talk to her.
Negavonin.
Go back to the place
can
you
I be
were
of
just
service?
at already? Sure,
Stay a
why
moment.
not? Thief, what are you doing?
What can I do for you?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
I don't even know what's back here. The Bleak Cellar sounds like a not fun place. So we're not gonna go there. Kill the spider. I think I have to do anything with the wolves again. You're safe. Oh, I need to go on this side of the river. Durr. So I've been having lots of fun playing Lotro. I have so many ideas for shows that I want to do and not enough time to do them. I need a clone. Because I love this catch-up completionist show. It's a lot of fun because I can, you know, pretty much go on autopilot and still talk to everybody. And it's great that you all are here for this. But I also want to do concept shows. Like, I have a show that's going to be a no cosmetics show for a character. I'm going to play no cosmetics. I'm like, no cosmetics. My character's going to look ugly. Because let's face it, most of the cosmetics in this game look terrible until after Shadows of Angmar, and even sometimes up until, you know, Dunland is where a lot of the really good stuff comes in. I don't need to kill bats this time. No cosmetics is how you exist right now? Oh my gosh. Honestly, I get an entire stash of cosmetics every time I create a new character. Oh, your highest level character is 37? Oh. That's a thing. Well, I hope you're enjoying the game, though. Because there's a lot of fun to be had here. Why I gotta say it like that? I'm not a fan of the cosmetics. I'm just not. Not until you get above, you know, basic levels. That's what it is. a little bit weird that they're taking so long to get that last item. There we go. Ooh, the greedy Morval thief. Hello, you're gonna die. Big Mikey, welcome. Yeah, cosmetics are the endgame. Like, it's like Final Fantasy XIV. Glamour is the freaking endgame there. You can't tell me otherwise. Yep, transmog in WoW as well. I mean, that's why I've got a mount that... The reason I have the mount is because it has a transmog vendor on it. Though I do think Lotro has one of the better Mog systems. I think Wildstar... Well, Wildstar was not the best. Wildstar had some definitive improvements over what we have here and how flexible their die system was, but they also had class-locked weapons, so I didn't really like... And class-locked gear, which I didn't like. You play the Diablo 3 each season? I feel guilty anytime I play Diablo 3 because I'm friends with David Brevik, and he... Yeah, Blizzard did him wrong. Then Blizzard did a lot of people wrong. Blizz did him dirty. So, I first started playing Diablo by playing Diablo 3 because they gave it away for free. But there's also... It's like, well... So I feel guilty whenever I play. So I try to play Diablo 2. I did get the Diablo 2 remaster, which is actually pretty good. But I remember I played the original Diablo. And I remember everybody freaking the fuck out about the Butcher. I kicked his ass, and I did not understand why people were like, this was... Everybody was like overhyping how bad, oh my god, the Butcher, the Butcher. I'm like, what? It had no problem killing him. And I don't think I was like over level or anything, or over geared. I mean, it was a fight to get to him, but I took him out, and I mean, King Leor kicked my ass more than anything else. Skeleton King? Ah! Let me off! Barbarian Whirlwind for the win. Yeah, I was playing... What was I playing? I forget. I'm just killing these dudes because I have the Slayer deed for these. Slayer deeds for the win! Oh, hey, Spider! Spider Slayer deed. People say outfits and pets sold in the shop aren't pay to win. I know, right? Don't need wolves. I think the whole notion of pay to win drives me bananas because I don't think most people use that word or that phrase correctly. To me, pay to win doesn't mean... Oh, I paid some money. Like, some people would consider anything in a cash shop is pay to win. I'm like, well, what's winning? Okay, what do you consider winning the game? To me, selling power in a cash shop is pay to win. Selling raid gear in the cash shop is pay to win. Selling cosmetics, sadly, is not. Selling convenience, to me, is not pay to win. Hey, do I need bats? Twinkle, twinkle, little bat? No. Well, I mean, once a certain super vocal and super hostile group of people start accusing your game of being pay to win, it's just like, whatever, dudes. Go away. But they won't go away. They'll still keep playing. can see that point to some extent. But on some level, there's also the simple notion that, you know, if you're going to be free to play, because you don't believe that you can sustain your business model by being a subscription model, then how do you sustain your revenue stream enough to keep your devs employed? And again, it's definitely a tricky argument. There's definitely a lot of nuance to it. I tend to side with I want the devs to be able to pay their bills, personally. Hi. Well, that's another argument that drives me bananas, is calling devs greedy. The words cash grab just kind of make me cringe every single time. As if, you know, a company should give away everything for free. And I'm like, that's not how you keep a game open. They have to be able to make some kind of money. And if you think, you know, they should give you everything for free, then you need to go do something else with your life. Because that's not how the world works. I'm killing spiders! I'm killing all the spiders for the Slayer deed. And I think I can, you know, agree to disagree on many opinions about gaming. It's when people get hostile about it that I'm done. It's when you can, you know, respect each other and just see their viewpoint. That's cool. But when you're saying you're an idiot and you're wrong, then you don't deserve to have any part of this community, then it's kind of like, you know, I'm done with that person, you know? Yeah, some gamers are definitely an entitled bunch. And it's unfortunate. And it's not just a gamer thing, quite frankly. Let's call it like it is. There's a lot of people who are like, it's kind of like, you know, people in fandoms like, oh, hey, you're not a real Star Wars fan if. I actually know the guy who got ratioed last year. Or was it last year, on social media for saying if you're not a real Star Wars fan if you haven't participated in the EU in some fashion. And I'm like, and by the EU I mean expanded universe, not European Union. And I replied to him, but I didn't actually quote tweet him, but somebody else went back to his original tweet and quote tweeted him. And they were a person who is a PR agent for a company in the gaming industry, and then the gamers got a hold of it, and then shoom, super viral. He got ratioed to Mars and back, and he didn't give a shit. His opinions are his opinions, and he's not going to change his mind, and he's fucking wrong. And we touched on that a little bit last night during the Rings of Power simulcast, is the notion of what is an actual or what is a true or what is a real fan. In my book, if you like the smallest, tiniest bit of whatever it is, you're a fan. Done. End of discussion. Next question. So that's actually an interesting way to think about it, is, and again, I know people who play this game 100% free to play. They have not spent a single dime on this game. And if everybody followed their methodology, this game would die faster than whether or not Amazon would start their own Lord of the Rings MMO. Ah! Game! Because it's cute and interesting to prove the free-to-play paradigm correct, but it's harmful to the longevity of the game if everybody does it. And I think I have to restart the client. There we go. No, maybe. Oh, I remember Bard's Arrow. Yes, I remember that very well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the client. Hang on. Let me catch up on chant. And so, yeah, I think there's definitely some room for folks to agree to disagree. I just think there's some attitudes and behaviors that are harmful. And quite frankly, I don't have enough hours in my day to be pissy about video games or to keep playing games that piss me off. In the broadest strokes is like some of the most vocal and hostile people in the Lotro community are the PvPers. Now, I understand the passion of wanting your favorite part of the game to be the best thing ever. And I also understand the neglected child syndrome that many of them have, because let's be honest here, PvP has been neglected from day one. It was never meant to be a primary facet of the game. On the other hand, neither was the music community, and the music community has had serious improvements to their gameplay niche, their playstyle. On the other hand, the music community by and large don't tend to be very hostile to the dev team. And it's basically a case of, A, you don't reward people treating you like shit, which is why a lot of devs don't actually go on the forums, in case you're wondering, because the Lotro community has a bad habit on the forums of treating the dev team very poorly. In fact, I know of one specific case of somebody on the dev team who stopped posting anything on the forums because they made changes to a class that the people who played that class thoroughly hated, and they chased that dev off the forums. And that behavior is completely 100% unacceptable. Learn how to type my own password. Also helps if my game client decides not to, or my keyboard decides to work correctly. I don't hate mounted combat. I would say I kind of like it. I don't understand it 100%, but I don't hate it. I really don't. As far as I know, Tomas, we're doing regular broadcasts all week long. I haven't heard anything different. Typically, if I'm told that he's doing something special, I'll tell you as soon as I know. But if I'm not told, I can't tell you. True story. Which is kind of why the whole thing last night wound up. Well, Zoro, that's actually my damn point. Because most of the folks that I know who thoroughly love PvMP, right? The ones who show up to Twitch chat and be so hostile to the game company, to the devs, I honestly want to know why they play this game. Because if I want, and I've even said this on Standing Stone's actual fucking channel. I've said this on my show. If I want to play PvP or PvP, I go play another game. Because Lotra's PvP is not good. We know it's not good. And my theory, my personal theory, is that the folks who play PvP here are big fish in a very small pond. If they tried to PvP in, say, WoW, or any game with actual good PvP, or decent PvP, or supported PvP, they would get lost. They'd be tiny fish in a huge pond. What happened last night? It was just wacky. Yeah, and the thing about when is Corey going to do his own discussion of the thing? No fucking clue. And the reason I don't know is he is very tightly scheduled. Number one is his family. No disrespect to his very formidable missus. I love her to bits. But the family comes first. Signum comes second. And right now, we're in the middle of our accreditation process, and I know more about it than you do, and I can't talk about most of it because, hey, I ran into a wall. Because NDAs are a beautiful thing, but all is well. There's nothing weird happening. It's just, when you have to submit a 600-page document, I think that's the last time you mentioned it was like 600 some odd pages. That takes a little bit of doing. So, I mean, that's the number one Signum priority he has right now, is to get that happening. So. And he still has to finish the Rings of Power poster treatments.
What can
now,
I do for you?
That whole thing is changing because of the fact that now we know who some of those people are. Definitively
How
in
can I
those
be of
posters.
service?
What do you need? Megavonen. Stay a moment.
Search for the scouts.
Negavonen,
Bet they're gonna be dead.
will you lend me your ear?
Oh, hey, we know where the greedy Marvel thief is. We kicked his ass already. We'll kick him again. We'll be fine. Where's the last person we need to talk to? Oh, never mind. We already talked to him. I mean, I want everybody who plays Lotra to be happy playing the game, but I understand it's just not gonna be possible because people will want more of the game than the devs can do. And I think most folks do understand that the dev team is not very big. That it's the equivalent of your mom and pop corner store trying to operate in a world of Walmart. I'm almost done with these guys, so. I just need two more. You! And you, the condemned villager. There we go. Killed a bunch of dead people again. And that means we get 10 points. Heck yeah. We get a new title. I'm Ferngoth? What the hell? Ferngoth, what is that title? And we get some more enhancement runes, which is what I'm all about. Ferngoth sounds like a forest sprite who's like all black thummy and, you know, like played by Winona Ryder. Wait, I don't think we can get anywhere from here. I was like, why can you even go in here? I think this is space from one of the instances. They just didn't, you know, block it off. So we are gonna have fun on the Signamu channel tomorrow night. Exploring Lord of the Rings should be hella fun, as always. No more spooters? Okay. And we got just a little bit more time, a little bit more than half an hour to get through our stuff. Okay, we're supposed to go this way. Hey, we'll open the backpack. I think that dead body we saw earlier is definitely one of the scouts we need to look for. But I'm gonna go get that greedy Marwell thief again, because I remember where he is. He's over here. Pardon me. I think we're actually going to continue with Eregion tomorrow, I think. Alas, the self breathes no more. Hi, you. Bye, you. Because part of the problem is Corey is trying so hard to not go into new areas that the book that we haven't covered in the booking class, and I'm like, you're probably gonna need to do something about this soon. We do have the Misty Mountains yet to go, indeed. And he was actually talking about the possibility of doing, like, Northern Ravanian, going up to Scarhold, and places like that. It's a possibility. Alright, let's go back down to the Haunted Inn, shall we? Ba-ba-dum! So, Wednesday night here will be random Lotro night, where I will use my shiny polyhedrals to pick a server, and in many cases pick a character on a server to decide to play. And that will include things like my no cosmetic run, my lobby brawlers, which I'm not comfortable playing a brawler yet, and characters I will need to do inventory management on. I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun no matter what. And on Thursday, Legend of Zelda night, playing through Twilight Princess, which I have not finished ever. In fact, I will tell you that the reason I didn't finish Twilight Princess back in 2007, Lotro. 100% Lotro's fault. Because Lotro came out when I had 90 hours into Twilight Princess. And I stopped playing it. And so I have my Nintendo Wii right here on my desk. Literally, I'm touching it right now. I'm touching my Wii. Be good, chat. Actually, don't be good. It's my chat. I don't give a shit. And so I just never finished playing it.
What do you need?
I was also playing World of Warcraft at the time, but mainly Lotro because Lord of the Rings is awesome. Okay, so I have quests for these two fools. Let's go pick up their quests. Mirkwood. A peculiar tomb. And these two quests. Yeah, you do. Okay. I still need to go back and do the In Your Absence series, so I might need Killam's help for that, I think. I don't know. Ginger, I know, it sounds I sound like very naughty person. Come on, game, stop lagging. It's hard to go a day without touching your Wii. Oh my. So yeah, we might get Corey to go up to Erebor and whatnot, because he'll be safe up there, but I know a lot of other people won't be. Oh, speaking of Erebor, Wednesday, unless they delay it, Locho will be launching their new update, and they're going to add a new piece of content to the game. A place that we can go. The Angle of Mathithel. Which is... I'm sure somebody will tell me I did it wrong. That's fine. I'm not too fussed about it. Eriador. Roughly in and around here. You can see Gwingris in Eregion from there. So, Gwingris, so it's like right this way, where the 2 Trollshaws thing is. And down this way, kind of. And so that's a place that we'll be able to go, and then we can have Corey talk about it. We'll see the 3 main kinds of ruins there. Old kingdoms of humans, old elf ruins, and the sad remains of at least one hobbit village, alas. It's levels 40 to 45. So it's not like the Wildwoods. It's like below that. 40 to 45? Yeah. So it's like you do the Trollshaw, so you get to level 40, and then you can go south to the Angle. If you want to. There's no missions there. There's just going to be some quests to do. Which I thought was an interesting choice because there's not any major story going through there that I'm aware of. I have not actually played through the story on Bullroar because I tend to avoid that because I want to actually experience stuff. Burn down the Shire? How dare you? Alright. We're reading gravestones here. Game, would you please stop lagging sometime this year? It's supposed to come out Wednesday, that's what I heard. I could be wrong, or they could change their minds. Well, I think that's what Cord was talking about on his show. I also don't know if you saw on the forums today, Bait of Lions got saucy with somebody. I loved it. Ooh, who took his own life? Ooh. That's harsh. Should have given me a content warning about that one. Nothing's glowing, but I can't click on it. I would like to see some upgrades. I wouldn't want them to take liberties with the upgrades. Now, we do know that there's supposed to be some kind of graphics upgrade this year. We don't know how much of a graphics update. I personally would caution against setting your expectations on them completely overhauling the graphics. I don't think it's going to happen. Because they would need a shit ton more people and a shit ton more time to get it done this year. Because I think when people often say they want... like, when you read that in an investor meeting, as a fan, you tend to wind up... Your reading between the lines tends to wind up to say, oh, they're going to completely overhaul everything and make it look realistic. I wouldn't even want that. I would just want them to hire more animators, because for my understanding, they only have one. I could be wrong. I met him. He's a nice guy. But there's one guy who, last time I was visiting the studio, he was working, and that was in 2020, because it was right before the pandemic, because Elda and MVP, back before MVP became employed by Standing Stone.
What do you need?
We were visiting the studio during PAX East, and we got to meet him, and we watched
Might I
him
take a
work
moment of your
on
time?
Shelob. He was finishing up some of the
Stay a
animations on
moment.
that. Alright, we're gonna shake down the shades, shall we? While my cat howls at us. Thank you for the follow, Russell. I have a very good friend, music composer named Russell. You've probably heard his stuff if you've ever played World of Warcraft. I should actually text him and say hi. He's got an amazing cat named Figaro. That's all I care about. Does somebody have a cat named Figaro? You know, a nice cat, then I'm cool with them. The Greenwood makes a lovely home. It's not the Greenwood anymore, buddy. You went to BlizzCon as well? Yeah, that's where I met him. I actually went to Dublin, Ireland to watch him conduct the orchestra at IDIG. Oh, Kevin with the gifty! The big Mikey. Hell yeah. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. And welcome. I'm thinking of renaming all of my stream stuff because Gallifreyans is like such a Doctor Who thing, and it feels like I'm ripping off the BBC. Thief says hi. Now you can spam your own Thief Kitty emote. Does the story in the game connect to the trilogy at all? Yes. You wind up becoming a friend of all of the characters, or at least known to them. You know, you don't really become friend of Boromir because he kind of dies. But yeah, basically, you weave your personal story in and around the story of the trilogy. But unlike, you know, there's this RPG, turn-based RPG called The Third Age, where you play characters who are following in the footsteps of the Fellowship, and the game makes a point of pretty much telling you you're second string, you're the junior varsity, and that you're not as good enough. You're literally, the elf lady tells the heroic male Gondorian lead character that she's too good for him and that he should go shack up with the Rohirric lady. I'm like, wait, what? That game's been out since 2003. There ain't no damn spoilers for that. It's 20 years. You know, I think it's 2003. No, it had to have been more recent than that. It was basically, it came out shortly before or around Return of the King.
Greetings. Stay a moment.
Occasionally, you'll find,
How can I be of service?
occasionally
Would you
you'll
do
get
something for
to
me?
run around, like the lore characters will join you for certain big fights, or you get to fight against, like, for example, you get to fight against Grima at one point, which he's actually a bad boss fight. That was a rough one. But in this game, in Locho, you are treated as a friend of the Fellowship. Gandalf will cheerfully troll you gently at some points, but you're considered a friend of the company. And while you aren't there when things go down in certain places, you can experience them through a feature called Session Play, which is one of the really best innovations of this game, to let you experience the story beats from the books without actually breaking the lore and saying, oh, hey, I was there when the ring got thrown in the part. No, you weren't. Okay, what am I looking for? You get to chill with Aragorn and Gandalf and Frodo and Sam. You even get to hang out with Bilbo and Elrond and Galadriel. In fact, Galadriel's not too far away because we're in southern Mirkwood. Galadriel lives over here. Like, we're over here. She lives over here. So, she ain't that far away. So, good times. Let's go this way. So it tells an epic story. It fills in a lot of the blanks that the books could not fill in. And it also lets you be a part of the overall... Like, your mission is set... You're sent to save Eriador while the Fellowship does its thing. But you're definitely not chopped liver. There is Boromir in the game. You even get to play Boromir during one of those session plays. Actually you get to play him through a couple of them, I think. Or you play Frodo during one and then you play Boromir during the other. So you were there when bad things happened to Boromir. So yeah. For a game set in the Third Age during the time of the books, yeah, I think you'll be a happy camper. And one of the things, like, wandering through the game space, you'll see, if you're, like, really close reader of the books, you will find the tiniest descriptive details about how something looked finds its way into the game. Hey, Killum, welcome back. Steve says hi. Okay, we're supposed to search for old weapons and search for a sign the necromancer. Well, the signs of the necromancer's influence is right up there, so let's go there. My 16-year-old cat has decided to have zoomies. Fifi, what are you doing? Meow. Meow. Yep, Thief is being allowed, and he has zoomies. He's having zoomies. Thief, what are you doing? Thief, what are you doing? There's gotta be scenes of violence somewhere. I think one of them might be down here. I wanna say it's down here, like somebody got thrown off the ledge. Cause remember that one guy said that, the one gravestone said that one dude took his own life? To me, this sounds like he jumped off the waterfall. Okay, it's pointing this way. Not seeing anything that screams, oh my god, something bad happened here. Shush, cat. says it's here. Keeps pointing this direction. Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. On a walking tour of Middle Earth. What are you doing, kitty? I am not seeing what I'm looking for. Not seeing any weapons or evidence of violence. It keeps pointing this way, like right around here someplace. I don't know, I might have to consult the wiki about this one. I thought maybe for a second that maybe that tree was it, but nope. Come here. Come here. Come here. Alright, let me consult the wiki. Hi, kitty. Bitter. Alright. There is bloody evidence of ooh! There's that one place I saw with the bloody evidence of violence. Wait, am I thinking of the right thing? Yeah. Over here. And the last one is search for an old weapon. Now it's pointing in a different direction. Yeah. Yeah. Kitty, you're a butthead. Okay, and supposed to be 36.9 south. And then 54.9 west. Aha! Good Lord Almighty. See, that's actually unusual in that the quest did not have any sparklies or any floaty names to help you with that one. Okay, well, let's continue on our way. And there's some really nice, oh, yeah, Weathertop is amazing. I mean, there's a lot of amazing vistas in this game. Weathertop, Rivendell, Lorien, Gondor, many bits like Dol Amroth, Minas Tirith. But yeah, you play through the story of the books, and the current content actually takes place after the end of the ring. But before the hobbits go back to the scouring of the Shire, because Standing Stone definitely is
Greetings.
hanging on to that so that they
What can
don't
I do
have
for
to, you know, so they don't finish that off too quickly.
Stay a moment.
I already found the Sign of the Necromancer. That one was the easy one because, hello, statue. Alright, go back to the blank gravestone. The blank gravestone. Alright. And we're almost out of time tonight. I haven't decided what I'm going to play on Friday's show on the official Loto channel. I have some ideas, but I have finished the Epic Quest line. All of it. So it's like, what do I do next? I might start working on leveling my my main hunter on this server versus my hunter over on Honor. Because she's also at her level cap. Oh, hello. Okay. What do hunters have for survivability? The ability to nuke anything before it gets to them, primarily. If you're playing, especially a redline hunter, you can't move a lot when you're shooting. I mean, you can add some things to it to help you be more mobile, but you're generally just gonna nuke everything before it gets to you. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. My red lion hunters do ridiculous amounts of damage. And to be fair, having the legendary items makes the game a lot easier for landscape for sure.
What can I do?
Even if you screw up your allies, you're gonna be okay.
Could I speak
As
with you a
long as you
moment?
know more or less how to play your class, not even like super min-maxy know how to play your class. I'm just talking about do have a decent rotation, a vaguely decent rotation would be okay. Let's put it this way. Professor Corey does perfectly fine with his burglar. And no one could ever accuse that dude of min-maxing his characters. Hi, kitty. Hi again, kitty. He wants attention. He wants attention. He's the cat. Aww. This is a happy kitty.
What do you need?
Yay! We're done all the quests in here. Now we can go to the Drown Hold, I guess. I don't know, where are we going? We have the Drown Hold. We have Emin Loom. Oh, Kitty gets his chin tickles. He loves his chin tickles. He's got his ears right to the back of his skull, but he loves his chin tickles. There you go. Alright, let's go down to the Drown Holt. And that is where I will pick up next time.
What
next
can I do for
Monday.
you?
For the catch-up completionist. Where am I even going? We're not going to Oscaloth. I don't know. Which stable master's down there? Estolad Murnau. Okay. Look at that, big kitty. Oh, by the way, I did start sampling the Swiss roll ice cream. It's okay. It's nothing to really write home about. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it again. I have not yet sampled the zebra cake ice cream. We'll see how it goes. Is she missing something?
What do you need? Will you lend me your ear? Might you spare a moment of your time?
I don't think I've ever heard this piece of
Mind
music
my
before.
words, traveler.
It's a bit of a banger going on here.
Will you lend me your ear? Stay a moment.
Stay a moment.
It actually sounds like there's two pieces of music playing at the same time. Let's find out. Lone Lands, Northern Red something or other. Okay, so this one was the one with the drum beats and the it sounded like a banjo, quite frankly. I'm not hearing anything else though. Alright, let's put those two back in rotation. Okay, so we've got quests to do, we've got inventory to clean out, and it is just about 11 o'clock. Oh, it's the filter. It's Alt-R is the way to get to it. And you can filter loot, either per character or per server. It says account, but it means server. You can filter quests. So I never see the pop-up about Hobnanigans every month. I should actually unfilter those. Unless these are repeatables that I've already done. Oh well. I'll deal with that later. But you can also filter sounds. Like, for example, on this character, I have filtered the sound of the scratching emote, smoking emotes, and the bubble pipe, which drives me bananas. I also don't like them in concerts, so. Anyway, it's time to go. Oh, hi. I did want to check one thing, though, before we left. I want to see what my reputation is with the Galathrim. No, I am kindred with the Galathrim. What about the Malandrim? I have... I'm almost halfway through to kindred with the Malathrim, which is awesome. Anyway, it's time for me to go. It's time for you to go. It's time to go find somebody. Let's go see if we can find somebody playing Lotro right now that I... Hi. Let's see who's playing Zolotro. I want to thank Uger for the raid. You know what? I'll send it to somebody we've raided before, and she's really, really cool. And we don't have a lot of people of color in our community, so let's give a big hearty Druid raid over to Busy Beth, and let's go hang out with her for a bit, alright? You know the drill, be good. If you can't be good at it, or be kill 'em. And I will talk to you in a little while. I'm not going to log out just yet, but I am going to go hit a button, and I will see you later. Bye now.